How does an
emergency.
ordinary family in the Philippines
Emergency
spend their day
declaration.
at home? In a
Emergency,
city as fast
emergency.
paced and expensive as BGC, you might think it's all about glitz and glamour. But inside these four walls, our days are filled with the same beautiful chaos, budget friendly meals, and priceless moments
For the
that make
cooking.
any house a home. Hi everyone, I'm Micah. Welcome back to my channel. I am a middle income earner from the Philippines, living with my beautiful family right here in BGC, one of the most expensive areas in the country. Victoria, Luka. Today, I wanted to show you how ordinary everyday life goes by inside our condo. It's not always glitz and glamour. Most days, it's just beautiful, chaotic family love. After we had our breakfast, Mark and I decided to give the kids a little morning activity coloring books. Now, both Olivia and Victoria are absolutely fascinated with colors, but it's Olivia who is really eager to get to work. Victoria loves coloring too, but she also deeply invested in just playing with crayons. Naturally, that leads to them trying to grab whatever the other one is holding. As much as we try to keep things peaceful, sometimes we have no choice but to wrap up the activity early. We're always looking for things they can do to avoid screen time. But once the tears start rolling, it's time to pivot and find something else. Meanwhile, while the girls are busy with their coloring showdown, look at our little butchoy. Baby Luka is just giggling away, completely fascinated by the colorful charts on our wall. Honestly, these educational charts are such a lifesaver because they're always on display. The kids naturally look at them and learn so much every single day.
Load ako dito, ma'am. Okay na. Ito lang kami ni Coach.
What's the color of the whale? What's the color of the whale?
This is for Miss from Green, okay?
Wow! What's that? What's that? What color do you need? Once the girls finally finished up with their coloring, Mark and I decided to tackle a little condo living project. When you live in a condo, maximizing space is everything. We decided to rearrange the bassinet and the keyboard to open
Saglit
up
lang
the room.
nagamit ko yan, no?
Once it's moved, the kids have so much more space to run around and just be kids.
Dito na pa yan, sir. Ay, palitin ko.
If you notice, our condo is not fully furnished. We prefer, and this is an advantage for us, Although it's far from aesthetic, the extra space is very useful for us. The kids can move a bit more, especially when they play. Prices of condo units in this area is expensive, hence we want to maximize every corner of it. When we first moved here, we only have few furnitures and appliances. But after almost 4 years, we realized we already bought a lot of things. We are now starting to declutter, especially with old stuff to give room to new stuff we can buy. We will also dispose a lot of toys that the kids will not be using. While we were rearranging things, we found so much stuff we haven't used yet. Honestly, I didn't even remember we had them. It made us realize we need to stop buying unnecessary things and start saving money instead. Nowadays, online shopping makes it too easy. Whenever I see something that looks useful, I buy it, but most of the time it just ends up in a storage completely forgotten.
Therefore, technology keeps evolving. No more ticket check. Join the My Economy class experience. I stand with all technology.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are arriving in Chengdu, the hometown of the giant
Pang ano natin yan. Feel ko nga yan ng mga ano.
The
Ano ba
first
tawag yan doon?
surprise that hits you as
Pang emergency.
Pang emergency declaration.
Emergency declaration. Emergency.
$25 gets you. Here, the nightlife is wildly vibrant. More than simply doesn't exist.
Wow. Perfect.
After rearranging, the living room area became spacious. This extra space will give the kids a room to run around and play with their scooter. After lunch, the kids usually take a short afternoon nap. While they're having their downtime, I take it as my cue to dive into work. Today, I am preparing for an important 2:30 p.m. meeting, so I really need to review and get into the zone. Even though I'm technically on maternity leave right now, the hassle never stops. I'm still managing my business and side gigs. As the breadwinner, I have to make the most of every quiet pocket of time to keep earning for my family.
So I will have a meeting in less than 30 minutes and wish me luck. Uh, actually, this is my, I guess, fourth meeting this month, and it's quite, a bit stressful, but uh, it's something that I can handle and manage because I already get used to this kind of setup like every day at work. So this is not new to me. So there. But I'm in the house right now, so I just look very formal today, but aside from that, everything is within the house, happening inside the house. So there. Wish me luck. Bye bye.
After my meeting, Mark and I sneaked in some time to continue our movie. As parents to little ones, you really have to take advantage of nap time. It's the only break we get to just sit back and breathe. It's exhausting, but we remind ourselves that this stage is temporary, so we try to just enjoy the moment rather than complain. Eventually, they'll grow up, become independent, and we'll probably ask ourselves if they still need us around. Honestly, that's the one of the biggest reasons we decided to start vlogging, to freeze these moments in time and document our kids growing up. When the kids are up, the energy is back. They're straight to playing or asking for screen time. But today, Olivia wanted to try the keyboard. Fun fact: Mark is a keyboardist. Before he became a full time dad, he was always gigging at bars, hotels, and events. He was the ultimate cool musician guy, earning a living doing what he loved. But when the kids came along, his priorities shifted. We used to have a help at home so we could both work. But we realized our kids were drifting away from us. Deciding to be the one to stay at home and raise them is a huge sacrifice Mark made as a dad. Now he runs the household and takes care of the kids while I handle the financial side and work. To be honest, kids are just so unpredictable. You never really know what their personalities are going to be like. Take Olivia, for example. We never expected her to be this energetic. When she was a baby, she rarely cried and was so easygoing. But the moment she hit the toddler stage, total game changer. There are days when our patience is tested to the absolute limit, and we get so frustrated trying to handle her. But as parents, we just had to dig deep for that extra patience. Just today, she covered her hands in soap and went straight to the fridge to stamp her handprints all over it. She was giggling and having the time of her life while we were just standing there internally crying over the
Wipe na,
mess.
wipe. You wipe it.
Instead of scolding her, we chose
Wipe.
to just let her finish and then told her she had to help clean it up. The day isn't even over yet, but honestly, we already feel completely drained. By the time evening rolls around, I'm in the kitchen preparing adobo for dinner. It's a Filipino classic and incredibly easy to whip up. With three kids, quick and simple meals are a lifesaver. We strictly avoid ordering takeout because the costs add up so fast. Here in the Philippines, eating out is a luxury, so cooking at home is our best way to save. To make this work, we're very strategic about our weekends. We carefully plan our groceries so we have everything we need for the entire week. When you have small kids, running out to the store for a missing ingredient is a huge chore. So we make sure our pantry is always stocked. Living here in BGC, we actually just walk to the grocery store. It's a bit of a trek, but completely walkable. People often ask why we don't just drive or take a scooter, but honestly, dealing with BGC parking, traffic, and the extra costs takes more time and effort than it's worth. Walking is just easier for us. While I'm cooking, Mark holds down the fort with the kids. Tonight, he's prepping milk bottles for Olivia and Victoria. They're still attached to their bottles, and even though we've tried transitioning them to cups, they just won't budge. At this point, we've chosen our battles. It's better for them to drink from a bottle than to skip milk entirely.
Parang ano lang ah.
And Luka is awake. Mark has to take over baby duty while I handle the cooking. Thankfully, our little guy isn't demanding a feeding just yet, so we still have enough time to finish cooking and grab a bite ourselves. Once dinner was ready, I told Mark we should eat early so we could all get to bed early too. I also had to make sure I ate a heavy meal to refill my supply since I still need to breastfeed Luka right after.
Oh my gosh, baby. Kaya siya kasi natin.
Honestly, these simple moments are what we appreciate the most. Just being able to sit down and eat dinner together is a blessing, especially since so many busy couples don't get that luxury.
Kaya ang linog.
Linog.
Linog, naglinog.
Linog ba? Tinamisan ko konti.
Okay.
If you notice in the video, Mark is actually
Oo.
holding Luca with one hand while trying to eat his dinner with the other. Our little guy completely refused to be put down in his bassinet tonight. Honestly, this is nothing new for us, and I'm pretty sure we aren't the only parents out there who have mastered the art of eating dinner while holding a baby.
Wow.
Thank you for the food, ma'am. Thank you for the cooking.
For the cooking, we have adobo.
After dinner, the teamwork continued. I immediately fed Luca while Mark took care of feeding the girls. Then after dinner, it will be straight to our bedtime prep. Quick showers, brushing teeth, and tucking the girls. We strictly stick to this routine because the kids really need the predictability and Mark and I deeply value our rest. Since I just gave birth last April, the past couple of months have been a blur of sleep deprivation and major adjustments for both of us. But now, at 2 months old, Luca is slowly adapting to our night routine. I am just so happy and grateful that we're finally getting a bit of our sleep back. Living in a busy, expensive city like BGC definitely has its challenges,
Sila po sa
but at the end of the
kantay.
day, as long as my family is healthy, happy, and under one roof, the hustle is completely worth it. Thank you so much for spending the day with our ordinary little family. If you
Ay.
enjoyed peeking into our daily routine, please don't forget to hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to
Busy-busy
our
na lang
channel
kayo.
to follow our journey as the kids grow
Busy
up.
na.
See you guys in the next video. Bye!